Good morning and welcome back to the channel. This is day 36 on the road to scratch. I'm going to do a little update today on how it's going with Dan Grieve short game technique, which is the video that Rick Shiels did with him, his lesson. It's going okay, actually. It's going better in practice than it is in rounds. 3 rounds lately. Fossil Trace in Colorado, which I'll put a link up here or in the description below. I did a course vlog if you want to check that out. Played Harding here at Griffith Park and just played Sterling Hills in Camarillo. My strokes gained was negative 1.4 at Fossil Trace. It was a minus 6 at Harding and a minus 1.4 at Sterling. So getting better. Rounds were 86 at Fossil Trace, which was at altitude. It was a course I never played before, super narrow, and we played the tips. So not too upset about an 86. Harding was an 84 and Sterling Hills was an 82. So trending in the right direction, and the short game is definitely getting better. So today gonna go and do a little practice, a little short game practice, and work on getting this technique better. Like I said, it's been going pretty good in practice, and I think in rounds, you just think about too much and try and hit that perfect shot, and then you tense up. So it's a matter of trying to stay relaxed. Grip pressure is huge, and even more so for me, especially in short game. So let's get to it and get a little practice in before it gets hot. It's supposed to be a nice toasty 95 today. Here we go. So the biggest issue I've been having is, still what I was doing before, is I'll tend to pull my shoulder, and I can't figure out whether it's grip pressure is too tight or if I'm just pulling my shoulder. So again, that kicks the heel out, dig it right in. And also as I get my arms too far away from my body. Dan Grieve said something in the video of, or maybe it was a different video that I saw of his, is trying to keep your upper arm tight against your chest, basically. So when you turn, it's almost just your forearm and your hands moving, because that'll keep you connected more. So I've been really trying to work on that, and it does seem to help. So, and I have a tendency to want to turn the club over a little bit. So, and I think it was an Instagram post he did with a student of his. Is talking about when he gets to finish, is the face of the club is pointing at your left shoulder. So sometimes I'll get it where the toe's up a little bit. So I really have to focus on not turning the face over. It's hard. And I guess, and it's golf, so every day is different, You think you get a lot of sleep one night and you wake up and can't feel your hands, and you try and go practice and they're going everywhere. So I've been using 10 balls at a time. That way I kind of get a percentage in my head. I don't have to do a lot of math. If I get it and it lands on the green or stays on the green, it's a 1 out of 10. If it comes up short, then I miss. So it seems like I've been kind of in the 60 to 70%, sometimes 80. I've gotten to 100% maybe once, in the middle when I'm already warmed up and going. Oops. See, I was up there, but I just flat out sculled it. I remember Rick pointed out one time that he said it felt like you're barely holding on to the club, and that's kind of sensation I have to have too, because I have a tendency to want to grip it. So I really have to feel like I'm barely holding on, like it's just my fingertips holding the club to let it release properly. See, that was the one where it's, and again, I can't tell whether it's the hand grip or it's the shoulder pulling. I don't know if you could tell watching either, because it's hard to tell. You'd think I'd be able to feel it, one or the other, but I also don't seem to get a lot of spin. And I know the grass is wet, so the ball's wet. Green's wet, so it's not going to spin much. But I think with trying to be so soft because I want to grip it, I'm not getting a lot of speed through the ball. So I have to go back and watch that video again and see. I know that in the bunker shot, he said you kind of have to feel like you throw it, I think, with your right hand. But I have to get the technique down before I could start accelerating, I think. Otherwise, I end up sculling it. Stop talking and swing. See, I don't know if that's supposed to be kind of release number 2, so I don't think it's supposed to be going that high. I mean, I'm happy with it because it's a little clipper right off the grass. Alright, so I call that 80%. So I got 2 that I missed. Very chunked. The rest are all just past the green. So, success. Just keep it interesting. Some days, if I'm having a good day and after I get warmed up, I'll do the Tiger Woods practice, short game practices. He will not hit the same shot twice in a row. So, if I go to this left pin, then hit a medium shot, try and hit a high shot, hit a low shot, or switch over to the other pin and try and hit low, medium, high. Today I'm not there yet, but I have been doing that pretty much every other time. It's fun, it's interesting, and you really have to work on feel because I'm not measuring yardage, so it's literally just a feel shot of trying to figure out the little bit different distance, or if I'm trying to land it up on just on the top tier and have it roll down to that pin. That's a tough one without trying to get it to skip through. Another thing I have to do is be careful because I know Dan was trying to keep your hand path shallow in a sense of not getting it too far away from your body. So I have a tendency to want to let it go out here, and he was very much about keeping it tight to your torso here, letting the head pass at impact and then keeping the hands here. So I just have to work on that because I have a tendency to just let it go too far. Probably because it's the only time I do it, because in my full swing I tend to pull my left elbow, which is another whole issue I have to work on next time. Alright, that's it for day 36. You can see improvement. I had an 80% and a 9.5%. Because that one almost made it. Well, we'll call it 8.5% better, but or 80%. Sorry. It's getting better, but I got to take it to the course. I did better at Sterling Hills about kind of slowing down, because what I tend to do is rush, and when you rush, you squeeze your grip, and it all just goes pear-shaped. So, like I said, I did better at Sterling Hills, kind of slowing down and taking a second, take a nice little easy practice swing, and then going for it. And I think I had one deft chip. It was a horrible lie, and I just didn't put a good swing on it. So anyway, so again, that's it for 36. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below. How's your short game? Are you working on it? Is it getting better, getting worse? Do you practice it at all? Anyway, that's it for today. See you next time.